up to speed, up to speed, up to speed.
Live from the apocalypse, light up the darkness. This is State Up the Game. State of the Game. Oh, not State Up. What am I doing? So, my name is Dano. I am widely considered the tortilla chips with a hint of lime of this blogosphere, of this media landscape here. And my co-host, widely known as K Diggy, which I just made up in the first episode to make fun of him, and it's caught on. It's amazing. K Diggy is considered the flaming hot Cheetos of this hip hop.
Oh wow!
Oh shit!
That's a high compliment. Huh?
Oh shit! I like that. Yeah. I fuck with those. I like them. When I go to New York, I eat them.
That's awesome. Cheetos, long-term Cheetos fan. I would say we have someone with us today. I am so excited to talk to, because this was somebody, Kay, who just kept coming up when we were talking to other artists. So the end of the last segment of this show is Recommendation Corner, where we just ask people what they've been listening to, right? And a bunch of people would be like, Liam Bailey.
Oh, right.
I'm talking about, we talk to cover artists who do cover art. We talk to producers. We talk to fans.
Okay.
And they were
That's
like,
wicked.
Liam Bailey. So I was like, the name is ringing. And you have my favorite non-rap album of the year with Zero Grace. So I definitely am excited to talk to you.
Wow, that's crazy. That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, whoa.
It hits a lot of strides for me. So I'm really excited to have you. I was lucky because in Maine, I'm in Maine. Me and Keith are both in Maine. And there is reggae in Maine, but when I was growing up, it was like white kids listening to legends, like Bob Marley legends on repeat.
Where about it is Maine on the East Coast?
Yeah. It's the up of the East Coast. Any more up, you're in Canada,
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's
all right.
Yeah, it's very Caucasian, and it's like, and there was a lot of like, if I heard Three Little Birds again, I was going to lose my mind, right? So I was like, where I was like, I don't like reggae, and my best friend hit me, was like, that doesn't even make sense. He's like, why? He's like, reggae and soul are really intertwined, and you love soul. And so once I started digging, I found like these old Jamaican.
It's the same shit, different rhythm.
Right.
Yo, and you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy, bro? Right? Think about this, yeah. I mean, I haven't done the maths, yeah. But like, look how big Jamaica is.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. And look how many I'm not talking about like amazing singers. I'm talking about original style.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a completely unique singing style.
Yes.
Invented from the ground up from them. You don't normally, like, America is another place where that has happened. But, when you look at the scope of America, and then you look at the scope of Jamaica.
Right.
It's just, it blows my mind, bro. It blows my mind. Yeah.
I mean, so I grew up on doo-wop, right? In Maine, there's a lot of oldies stations, so I was listening to doo-wop all the time. I found these 60s Jamaican reggae albums that were like doo-wop groups. They were like doo-wop, and it was unbelievable. I loved it. I banged all the time, and like,
that's where Peter Tosh learned a lot of his singing style from. So when you hear there's a song called Chances Are. Chances are.
That's very doo-wop, absolutely.
Yeah, chances are you're gonna leave.
Yeah, the harmony, that's awesome.
Chances are. It's all like that, yeah. I love that 50, yo.
I love it so, and the cross pollination of everything is what I didn't have a handle on at that point, right? Of like, so doo-wop bounces into Jamaica and bounces out something else, right? It bounces into Brazil, it bounces out something else, and then everything starts influencing each other, and you hear people changing stylistically. And once the dots started connecting, I was like, oh shit, you know. And yeah, it helped to have cool people around me. But
and then obviously you was listening to Sublime as well. Don't lie.
Yeah, definitely. It was huge up here.
That got everybody. That got a lot of people into reggae. Sublime.
Yep.
A lot of Americans that I speak to. Sublime, Fishbone.
Fishbone's great. Oh, I love Fishbone.
Bands like that, got people into reggae.
And I was excited to talk to you.
And Bad Brains, sorry.
Bad Brains is crazy.
That's one of my favorite bands of all time, bro. I was listening to them today.
You listen to a Bad Brains album, you will go straight from like the hardest hardcore song to the most chilled out reggae song. It's just, it all lives together and it doesn't apologize. It's just like, you take it all, buddy. Like, it's great.
Exactly. So like when you've got, when they go into that, you got that attitude. When they start doing that, if you listen, listen, and then listen to when they're doing the reggae, it's not a million miles away, you know.
Right. That's good.
It's just projected. And like that influence is something that I carried with me onto this album. Like on the opening track, Holding On.
Right.
I purposely did a patois, like kind of swag on it.
Right.
Because, you know, those chords are quite, you know, and, you know, you can just do normal stuff over it. So I was thinking, like, add Jamaica to that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's that mid-tempo, right? It makes a mid-tempo come alive. Like, that's the cool thing about that. Kay, I'm not sure how much Bad Brains you've heard, but like Bad Brains really spread reggae music in a lot of ways because they were so clearly the best band of that 80s like punk revolution.
Well, they invented thrash metal basically.
Right.
And like they were the coolest band in New York. And so Madonna used to go to their gigs, like everyone went to, bro, like it was mad. And the only reason they didn't, because he kept turning down deals, innit?
Right.
I forget his name. But he kept turning down deals and stuff. It's all a bit deep. But they didn't want to sell out. But then now they're skinned. They're lamenting it.
I mean, it's so like a lot of people who didn't care before dug in because of Bad Brains and because of that sound. It was the first time they heard it. But yeah, so I'm excited. Digging all the way back to like 2014, listening to you. The cool thing about you is you've never existed within any single genre.
I've always been eclectic. Yeah.
You've always had a mix going of different sounds.
It's like my personality, mate.
Right. And we had there's a guest once who said that genre is a self-imposed ghetto, which is an interesting notion that I still wrestle with.
That sounds like you had a very neurotic artist on, like. But I understand. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. I kind of like it. I won't lie, but it's something that a super neurotic artist.
But it's a warning.
Compare being locked into a genre for an album or two to a ghetto. That is drugs by CIA and
right.
I don't know. I'm with you. But I hear it. I do hear it, and it's something that I've always, because of my character, I'm a very hyperactive person, so I just like I can't stay on one. You know, like I actually don't think I could make an album of full soul or full reggae or full. Nah,
Right.
nah, nah. It'd be weird, bro. And also, you know, when you're writing songs,
Mhm.
that dictates it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because songs must come first. I feel that's what you. I feel like that's what used to happen. Like I was chilling with Stephen Stills once in
Mhm.
Laurel Canyon, and he was saying the same thing.
Right.
The reason people live long, the music lives longer, isn't because of the music, it's the song.
Right. Right.
Mm.
I mean, in the same way that we need music for our different moods, right? Like that we would want to, like, maybe I'll put on metal in the morning to wake up. You know what I mean? In the
Yeah.
afternoon, maybe I'm putting on folk because I'm in my thoughts. You know,
Fuck.
like so. The same way,
Sound like fucking.
yeah. So the
It sound
same
like.
way. Oh, go
Sorry,
ahead.
sorry. No, dude. I'm sorry, dude. Go on.
No, the same way I need that. I would think as an artist expressing yourself, you need to be able
Sounds
to.
like a line of coke in the morning. Fucking.
Oh,
Some fucking crazy like tramadol or some shit in the afternoon for the folk. Oh no, it's just funny.
yeah.
But you're
Sometimes
so
like
right. You're so right. You're right.
sometimes
I
it's
love,
like I like this album, but I can't listen to it in the morning because I got to get shit
bro,
done. I got to get moving. I got
dude.
yeah.
I got in right at 3:30 the other night, and I was dying to listen to this album. Yeah, but I knew if I put that album on, there was no way I was gonna get sleep till
Yeah.
like eat like well, it was 3:30, so yeah, about 6.
Mhm.
So I know what you mean. I feel you.
Yeah.
Mm.
I have put on the wrong album and fallen asleep on the bus, and that sucks. You
Yeah.
know, I was blaming the album. You know, like this, pick up the tempo. So yeah, but yeah, it's that's my thought on this, and I'd love to hear your idea. We've talked about this before. People who do different genres. If you establish in the beginning that you're going to do a little bit of everything, you're going to be all over the place. Your fans will follow that. They'll be like, "That's how he rolls. I get it. You set the ground rules." You know.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, that I mean, you know, it's taken them. I mean, you know, I think I confuse a lot of people, but
Mhm.
I think that as time has gone on, what you've just said has become the reality that I wasn't aware of at the time because reality was being born.
Right.
So I needed to kind of like see that that was going to happen, and I think you're right. I think that people know that I love rock and roll. They know I love soul. They know I love blues and reggae. They know the core of it, and then they know I love my drum and bass.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So like, because that is, you know, remember I'm a UK boy. You know what I'm
Right. Right.
saying? You know what I'm saying? So there's not a lot. You know, if you're going to go to a heavy dub night, yeah,
Mhm.
you might get some drum and bass kick off. You know what I'm saying? It's all together, jungle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah. Um, so yeah, I do want to stay eclectic. I think I'll carry on staying eclectic.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you know, otherwise you'll know I've become boring, bro.
Right.
Mm. Yeah.
And
Just be like, just send me a DM. Just be like, yo, like, dude,
right. You okay?
dude, you like, it seems a
Yeah.
bit boring at the
Yeah.
moment.
It's yeah. I would say every single project that you've released on Bandcamp, the only genre tag is alternative. You just label them alternative and just left it there.
Is that what it's always called? Alternative.
It's the only tag at the bottom that's genre is alternative on all of them. It's
That's Big Crown. I like that. I
yeah.
like it. I like
Right.
it. That's good.
Got me interested. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I was on a major, they were scared of that. They were scared of that.
Yeah. They were scared of of the different genres at play? They wanted a singular vision, or what?
Yeah, of course. They want like the singles, and
Right.
then
Right.
like they just want padding around those, let's say, well, four, 3 or 4 singles, and then they don't really care what the album.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Because the majors are businesses. They're thinking about how are we going to market this?
dude,
What's the market for this?
exactly.
Like,
Yo, but actually, let me just pull it,
Yeah.
pull it a little bit though. With hip hop, there's certain artists that need to come with good albums. I will say that.
Right.
There are some artists actually across the board that need to come with good albums, but yeah, traditionally, you know, when you're in that kind of intense major label environment, they want you to get it together, get a sound together, get the singles, and then base the album around that, and we'll just pad it, and then we'll keep it moving. You know what I mean? And then we'll get to that second album, and all of a sudden, you get this like, oh, it's crazy what they do, bro. It's a young art. It's actually crazy. It's crazy.
What's it like to step into a room of people who don't care about your album and you know it? Like, who only care about that kind of, like, whatever, just fill it out around the singles I've heard.
You know what? I'll be real with you.
Yep.
I never had that experience.
Oh, good. That's good news.
But that's because I refused to go in to kind of like, like I remember, I don't want to name any names, bro.
No, don't worry about it. Yeah.
But like I had a Bad Boy album, like it's with Salam Remy produced it, you know what I mean?
yes.
Um,
And I did
and
want to ask you about that when you have a chance, because that was very interesting.
dude, I got time, so you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Good.
So, Salam Remy. I mean, he's one of the premier producers of
Our generation.
Right.
I'm 41. I'm 41.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm right around there.
So, from what I read, you guys had worked on a project, and you decided, no, I'm just going to go in a different direction.
No.
Okay.
That's not what happened. No. So what happened was, so I was actually working with Leon Michaels before I met Salam.
Cool.
I came back with the music, When Would They Learn, right, which is one of my Bad Boy songs, yeah, on Spotify. And no one liked it. Management didn't like it. Right. I was like, right, it was mad. It was so confusing, yeah. And then all of a sudden there was a bidding war. People heard this music, so the only people that didn't like it were my management. So anyway, the bidding war ensued, and I decided to sign to Polydor. And at that juncture is where, so I met a guy called Nick Szymanski, and part of his pitch was you could make a sick album with Salam Remy, and I know Salam Remy loves your voice, So I was like, yo, because you tell me Salam Remy, bro, like,
right.
I mean, listen, I used to like, honestly, I used to like read everything on the like, even on what's the one with the Nappyhead remix of thingy? What's the first album called? Blunted.
First album.
Yeah, Fugees. Blunted Reality. Yeah. Oh, right.
Fugees.
Yeah, what's Fugees' first album called?
I think it might be Blunted on Reality.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So I remember Salam, like that is how like he was one guy I used to follow. As soon as we got the internet, we shared it in the house. I remember he was one of the first people I Googled.
Right.
So I signed to Salam, sorry, to Polydor, but he was producing,
Sure.
and then bro, we was getting stalled. Bro. What the what can I don't know. Like, you see, for years I've not really known what to say.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I've just decided to keep it moving, bro. Like, that's
Yeah.
I don't like the whole worries me, like, oh, like, you get them artists like, oh, like, I always knew it weren't because I wasn't sick. Like, I knew it was because I knew it was something else. So, but yeah, we made an album. We made a lot of songs, bro. Like, we made a lot of songs, and then we was getting stalled, and then the label proposed that I go and work with somebody who was doing it at the, what the story goes like, bro. Yeah.
Right. Somebody hot at the moment. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't, and I at that point, I'd already been signed for 2 years or whatever. So I did it. Sounded shit.
Right.
I didn't like it. So I pulled it. I pulled that.
Right.
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 I pulled that. And then I said to my manager, yo, like, can't run no more, man. This is like, it's not good for my health and everything. It was crazy. Yeah. And then anyway, about, I just basically went on what we call over here strike.
Right.
I went on strike. And then Salam got a position over at Sony about a year and a half later. He got like a executive president role. And he got given his own label, Flying Buddha, which he signed Hiatus Coyote. How do you say that name?
Hiatus Coyote?
Yeah, that band. Do you know the band?
Yeah.
He signed them and me and rung me up and said, yo, don't watch them pagans over there. Come, that album that they tried to get in the way of, we'll release it. So we released it on Sony. And we wrote more tracks and we produced a few more and we called it Definitely Now. And the artwork's not the best, if I'm going to be real with you, bro. But there's some sick music on there, man. I'm very proud. Salam, has. If it wasn't for Salam, you wouldn't be talking to me right now. But I'm going to be really real with you. Like, he was there for me, and he's been there for me, and he has been a spiritual, like, I feel like he's like my uncle or my older brother or something. I call him Sir Remedy Esquire.
What is like some piece of musical advice that he's given you that's really like resonated with you, stuck with you?
Liam, stop stressing. You could sing the phone book.
That's what you need. That's what you need.
I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, this guy, what?
Yeah.
But but Salam he's not he's not chatty patty. Like, he's not like, do you know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like, he can talk, but it's weighty. It's not chit chat. You know what I'm saying? So, and what other things did he say? He said to me, Liam, you are an artist that you're going to be touring all your life, like, and you need to be a touring, constantly making music and like standing by your talent rather than like almost like not develop a thick skin, but you are the real deal, basically. Like, you're not a guy that has to do like a willy-nilly flipping like, willy-nilly decisions. Like, can I just offend a few people? But when Black Eyed Peas, did what they did,
right.
So that sunk in and made me realize, well, okay, I'm going to be one of them guys then, like, like I could be 50 and still doing this, and like, you know what I mean, like, yeah.
And that limits the regrets you have to look back on, right?
And also, Salam's publishing company is called Life Before Music.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's many. The guy's a very insightful person, man, and he's and I miss him dearly. But I do speak to him, but I just miss him physically. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. He was a good mentor for me, and he did right by me, and I'm eternally grateful. And actually, when it did end at Sony, it became untenable anyway. So
yeah, understood. Yeah, that's incredible. To the Salam Remy. It's also great to know that you had already locked in with Leon Michaels way back then, and so
already
this
knew.
makes sense.
Yeah, like, so I was trying to squeeze Leon onto the record I was doing, like, when we was at Flying Buddha, because I moved to Williamsburg for like 6 months. So there's 2 tracks on there, So Down Cold and Black Moon. That's Leon produced those 2 tunes.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, but I really sat with, and I overpronounce things, so I've been calling it Enfant Terrible. I don't know if that's the proper way, but that last year, I just really adore that project because the mixture that you create under a dark tint is something that I can't get anywhere else, right? And it was,
like, I love it when it's dark and moody,
Yeah. But it was the thing about that album that I love so much. It's not, some albums are moody to be moody, it's a vibe.
Nah, this
one is
moody.
not a vibe. That is, you listen to, what is it, Recovery Time? Like, that's,
oh yeah,
that's
then
real shit, man.
that's different. Yeah, like, when you say moody, I'm thinking of like Divine Light, Beast. Like, the way it opens, and like it's quite moody the way it opens. But yeah, you're right. Like, Recovery Time is like a straight out and out kind of, I even like a crossover pop R&B ballad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's real emotion in that. I mean, that's great. So that album was anchored by real shit. Your writing really does
all of it.
Yeah,
everything. Everything I sing has happened.
Right.
Yeah, because I don't know, mate. I've started writing for other people more now. Like, I just wrote for Paloma Faith on her new album, and like A&R'd some of it as well. But back then, it was really difficult for me to try and think. I was too neurotic, bro. So everything has always been about me, and what I'm going through, and that's why a lot of the time the way I write is a freestyle, and then I piece it together from there.
Wow, that's awesome. And so, getting that dark tint, working with St. Francis Hotel, like, they do some really good dark music, and just kind of that's always polished and always cool to listen to. That made sense for you. What was that like in terms of that working process?
Well, number one, Deck is a G. Like, is a good friend of mine. I consider him a good friend of mine. It's very it's quite like, it's shamanic. I'm shamanic. I generate that energy. So he'll play me something, and generally he'll give me the head, like we'll do it on the headphones, and then I'll be like, all right, cool, wait, yo, all right, cool, and then he'll, all right, and then he'll start playing the rhythm, and then I'll just start going, and and we'll do that, say, once or twice, and then it's generally the first take, and then we'll listen back to it, and then we'll go, okay, that sounds like I'm saying that and that, and then we'll write it, and then we'll write the chorus, and then we'll go and just lay it down the demo, and then and that's it. Sometimes I'll take no, with Deck, I always go into song ideas. He does a lot of the music, and I go in and he plays it me. Oh no, wait, recovery time. That was me playing him an idea and then adding to it, actually. Yeah.
So the first reaction freestyle is kind of like the skeleton of what you're going to do, and then you put meat on it.
Yeah, like your subconscious, like I'm mining, like, yo, I don't know how to explain it, bro. I don't know how to explain. It's like, when you're deep in your thoughts, yeah.
Right.
When you're, if you pray, and but then you do that physically, and then you try and exercise it verbally,
right?
But you haven't had time to attach the technique, the words to it, so you don't know what's coming out. You just know that you're just pouring feeling out onto this.
Right.
And so with that will come some words or some dribble or something I tried to say, but I got wrong because I wanted it to sound like because I'm on a flow, a bit like when when rappers are ciphering, they've got a flow. So right. their rhyme might be dictated by the flow that they're on, you know what I mean, or where they want to switch it to. So you listen back to it, and then you go, okay, that sounds like nobody single out the lead. No, the inside sort of really starts at home. Okay, all right, cool. All right, that's what that was. And then you're right, and then you touch mic again.
And that's why you hear people talk about synesthesia, right? Because colors are moods, and music connects to color, connects to mood. So like
it completely connects to mood.
Right. You envision a purple song, you know what that sounds like, versus a bright orange song. You can.
I don't know anything about that.
But
I don't know about it. I've got bedrooms that do see colors and that with music, but I don't. I just get I get my water. It does something in my water. It's weird. It's like moon and that. It's.
Yeah, no, it's. I understand the feeling. Like,
I wish I saw colors though.
No, that I think would be cool.
Maybe I wouldn't. Well, maybe I wouldn't take mushrooms.
Maybe. But I've written a lot of things, short stories, novels, blah blah, and I would say it's kind of weird to be able to reproduce a character's voice that isn't like that you created, right? It's kind of weird to have that as a part of your brain, and it's not really explainable, right? But if you can do it, you can do it. It's you can mine.
What do you mean you've created?
When you're writing a story, creating a universe, right?
But oh right, I thought you meant creating a voice.
Right, but you create a
Some
voice.
People do that. Some people do create a voice to sing. Actually, like yeah. True that. But then you listen to the Francis Black. Is that the lead singer of the Pixies? He sounds exactly the same.
No, that's real. That's a good point. Yeah.
And Bob Marley sound like Bob Marley.
Right. Yeah. Even
I've got about 5 different personalities, so I like how Bob Dylan did that mad thing when he did Lay Lady Lay. That was out of the blue, wasn't it?
That was awesome.
That was crazy. I'd not, because that was the first time he sang like that, right? And the
Yeah,
only time, right?
Yeah.
Or is there other songs where he sings
I don't.
like that?
I've never heard any.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, see, that's the shit that gets me excited, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. UK wise, John Cale has a lot of that kind of stuff for me. Like,
Yo,
I love John Cale. And
like, you know, over
he's
here,
so wild.
we don't really celebrate that guy how we should do, you know.
Crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
He
It's
had,
because he's Welsh.
hey, if you look up John Cale's Heartbreak Hotel. He has like the
Okay.
spookiest version of Heartbreak Hotel. The Elvis song. He just redid it and made it like a Halloween nightmarish kind of thing. It's awesome. But he's that dude. Like, he has a lot of really cool, weird songs and explored all different directions.
No, he's a G, bro. Like, he was the sound of
like one of the innovators of guitar fuzz, right? Like
yeah.
the Stooges
Wait,
stuff and like
I'm
the
just
first
trying to
album
find it.
Stooges and the Velvet
Wasn't John
Underground.
Cale in the Velvet Underground?
Yeah, John Cale was the fuzz of the
Bro, he was the sound of the
Yep.
Velvet Underground.
Absolutely.
Like people get it twisted and think.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. Like Lou Reed is a sick songwriter. Like he's
Yes.
a guy that I will deviate to as well.
Yep.
You know, there's a few guys that I bought books about and stuff, and he's one of them. But John Cale, yeah, he's quite overlooked really, because that whole sound,
Yep.
when it informed David Bowie, it informed David Bowie massively. That sound did.
100%. 100%. The yeah, that's awesome. And so to get back to you moving from Enfant Terrible to Zero Grace, I was like, this is unbelievable, because Dance With Me was the first single, and from when I heard Dance With Me, I was like, oh, this has got to be my shit. Like, I'm gonna love this project. I had it in the car, I was running it, and I was just love that song. And the album was even more than I could have expected, right? Because it just has everything on it.
It's crazy, bro. I can't even believe, like, it's not sunk in, you know. I'm trying not to be manic, like, you know, because I'm quite hyperactive. I get quite manic,
Right.
but it hasn't sunk in how good that record is. Yeah,
and it's so different because of it, instead of the dark
but
the
who
dark
sounds
tint,
like it?
yeah, instead of the dark tint, it is like, if you look at the two covers, that is the difference, right? Like the sunlight is, you know, the
I
sunlight
love
is
that
coming.
song. Winter is Within. That
Yeah,
solo.
yeah, that was it.
Solo. You know that solo. You know the guitar solo in the song later on.
Yeah.
That is because you know the Stooges Raw Power.
Yes, absolutely.
Listen to that solo, bro.
Raw Power's crazy.
Bro. And Iggy Pop's version is the best when he put it all on 11. Is he drawing for it? Is he playing it?
I don't know.
Oh, you want me to play it?
Yeah, play it. Yeah. And then go to this. And then go halfway through to the solo. All right.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's coming.
Crazy.
It's coming.
Everything is so good. Oh shit! I didn't even catch that.
That is fucking serious.
Crazy. Amazing. The toolkit is impressive. This is an album with everything on it, and I I just think you're very intelligent in terms of understanding what music can do for what mood music can elicit, right?
Yeah.
Light Up the Darkness is such I can't imagine the album ending any other way, right? Like
Yeah.
that's just how it had to happen. Like
Yeah, bro.
that song strips it down and it makes it so it's you in the room with the album. Like to me, that's the thing about Zero Grace is it doesn't feel like you are at a movie watching a movie. It feels like you're at a show with the album is there with you.
Mhm.
That's how it feels to me.
I don't think I think it'd be kind of weird, like another song after Light Up the Darkness, you know.
Right.
It'd be kind of crazy. It'd be kind of weird, bro. Like, especially because of all like that, like my vocal like really goes in it.
Yeah.
Like I go really like it's kind of like I've had enough. Like
Exactly.
it's my day. It's, you know what I mean? It's you know my favorite lyric is when it says go where fear is your close running mate.
Yep.
Like, yo,
Crazy.
your close running mate. I'd never
Yep.
heard it like that.
Yeah. No,
That was my brethren. That's my brethren, Sam Genders, that wrote the lyrics to that song. I normally write anything. I normally write all my lyrics, but that one, he said we wrote it together, and I was like, "Shut up, man! You wrote it. Stop trying to nice me so you can get on the record, bro." I love the song. Like, no, I didn't say it like that. No, it's just incredible song, and I just knew that Leon would do it justice because Leon is without a doubt,
right.
Yeah, easily the best producer on.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I don't want to do that. I'll be that guy, but for me, he's the best producer in the world.
I understand the argument. I mean, Glorious Game is fantastic. It's insane.
Bro, let's be real. And I don't want no. Let me not do it. Let me not do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do tip. But like it's better than the other thing, innit?
Well, I'm with you. I'm with you. I love
like the other thing is just full of names.
Right. Yep.
Whereas with Leon, it's just Leon, and like it's
crazy.
What do you think? What makes him such a great producer, in your opinion?
Like, look what, like, listen. Oh, I don't want to do it, bro, because I don't want to offend anyone. But like, listen to what Black Thought done with. You know what? Let me talk about myself.
Right. That's fair. That's fair.
Look at what I done with Salam, and look at what I do with Leon.
Yep.
So with Salam, it's more polished. It's like an artist adding more beauty that is necessary, and it's all in its right place. You know, there's a word that they use in art, but when things are constructed well. But anyway, it does all that. And whereas Leon will do the opposite, or he will, if it like, and it's just into different music. So like he likes like when it's kind of cracked out and stuff.
Right.
Whereas Salam has got his own sound, like he's got his own sound and everything like that, and he likes the kind of gloss, you know, like the least glossy thing I've heard him do is that thing with Miguel.
Right. That's fair.
I nearly text him up, say, "Yo, well, go on, bedroom." But then with Leon, it's just kind of like we're just live on tape. We're just like we're not sat down like track. Yeah, it's different. Like we're just on tape, and also Leon I have a different music that can share appreciation with than I can with Salam.
Right.
So for example, I'll give you one, right?
Yep.
So I did one song with Leon, yeah, and then I played it Salam, and he said, he turned around and he went in front of his brethren, and his brethren said the same thing. He went, yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds like it's like country and western, but like you're riding into town on like a small horse. Dude, like, and you know when he said it, I went, oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
He's right. But that was the charm, though.
That was, yes, that's the move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's super subjective. Like
Right.
it wasn't a small horse. It was a man walking through town.
Right. No, that's awesome. That's great.
But like I don't know. Yeah, it's just it's different music. It's I've never done reggae with Salam.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
it seems like Leon can handle a loose framework and kind of work it all in.
No, like Salam likes to do that as well. He's just got different tastes, completely different tastes. Like listen to Salam's seminal album, Black on Purpose.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what we're talking about. Like this is, and I think that I hope to make more music with Salam in the future.
Sure.
Bro, I still play his songs live, the songs I wrote with Salam live, dude.
Yep.
Like, you better leave me, and it's not the same.
No.
For me, is like when I heard that, like, I thought I thought I was going crazy.
No, but
I couldn't tell the difference between that and Otis Redding. I'll be real.
But you said, like you said earlier, you have like these 5 different personalities going in you. When you have that, it's great to have people who can soundtrack these different personalities, right?
Right, rather than kind of like mold, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And yeah, exactly. And but even with Leon though, like it's a journey,
Right.
like this is the first record where we've got singer-songwritery, really.
Right, that's fair.
Like Ekundeo, like the most singer-songwritery we get on there is Paper Tiger, I think it's called.
Right.
In terms of you know what I mean by that, right?
Yeah,
your sections and your like, whereas here we've got Light Up the Darkness, we've got Disorder Starts at Home, it's and that's Leon singing on Light on Darkness, the backing vocals.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So I'm just a very lucky individual, I've got a lot of love for like Leon's just a G, bro.
There was times in the I don't know.
I might go and listen to Glorious Game,
I like Glorious Game a lot.
I'm gonna bill up, bro. I'm gonna bill a fat zoo up, and I'm gonna.
But it's like when I listen.
Oh, is this daytime in that?
What?
Should I not swear?
No, you do whatever you want.
No, do whatever you want.
Okay, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah. So when I listen to like Settle Down, I'm like,
yeah.
Are there video game sounds in this? What's going on? Like there's so much going on in these songs.
Yo, when he first started doing that, it reminded me of this classic TV series in England called Grange Hill back in the 80s. Mm-hmm. But it's he's got some really cool like synths that were made for like, they did a run for fucking 3 years, you know what I'm saying? And like, he's got some shit that costs 20 quid. He's got some shit that costs like a couple of hundred, you know. So he uses interesting instruments, and also he gets really unique sounds. Like he's like Leon's ear for music. So, you know, when he's working his tones and stuff, you know, it matters a lot. And also, you can't just, yeah. I don't want to talk too much about what Leon does because that's Leon's department.
That's totally cool.
You know what I mean? But from what I see, it's based on the instrument he's fucking with, and he'll spend a bit of time with it, try and get what he wants. He's crazy, really. Like he'll bend it into what he wants it to do, and yeah. And then he's been getting these crazy flute noises, like in Canary in the Coal Mine's crazy.
Yep.
I told him just to not talk to me for the rest of the day after I heard that.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that makes sense. Kay, talk to me about these, because we always talk about runs on this show, right? Our runs of favorite songs. Do you have any favorite runs of songs on Zero Grace? Do you have any interesting parts?
Like,
Yeah,
when
I
you
mean,
say-
once again, I really liked, like you said, I liked Boy, and then, you know, Boy, Dance With Me, and then Disorder Starts at Home. I thought that was a really interesting.
Yeah, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
Is that a run? 3 songs then? A run is 3 songs, yeah?
Yeah, it could be
more about 3 songs. It can be more.
Right.
All right, cool.
However you feel, like some
really
albums have multiple runs, you know, where it's like, you know, 3 here, 3 at the back that really bind it together or whatever, you know.
So yours was Boy, Disorder Starts at Home, and Dance With Me.
Yes, that 4,
I like
5,
that.
6.
That's a good deal. Recently, my keeps changing, because that was definitely, Boy to me is like the most interesting use of your voice on the album.
Oh, yeah.
Boy is crazy, but I've really been into the 7, 8, 9 recently. Mercy Tree, Sour Wine, and Canary in the Coal Mine. It's Sour Wine is such a crazy song.
That is pretty crazy, isn't it?
Mercy Tree is beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm getting away. I've not had no abuse yet either. I only had one abusive comment. That was it. That was quite surprising, you know.
I hear you. The power, I think, when you are properly focused, I think you have the ability to make timeless music that's like cross generation, right? That you could play to any generation, and they would get down with it. Like,
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
It's
That's amazing. That would be amazing.
It's that skipping stone that like keeps going, you know. Like you have the ability to skip that farther than a lot of people can hope to. I think.
That's like it, you know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Reparations is a difficult one to sing about. It took me years to really like write that song properly because I didn't want to be preachy.
Right.
I didn't want to be victimy. I didn't want to be finger pointing.
Right.
You know, without you know, like maybe aggressively finger pointing or whatever. Like,
right.
What I tried to put across in that song, but I don't know if I smashed it as much. I'm not knocking the song, but there's a lyric where I say, "There's a weight we all carry here, one and all together. The road runs out for 1,000,000 years. Let's break these chains that tether." When I say you, I mean, when I say me, I mean you too. The concepts made were never true. Look inside for final proof. So what I'm trying to say is, we're all after reparations, you know.
Right.
But that was too much. It's too far to go. because the issue belongs where it belongs at the moment.
Right.
But I am trying to pinpoint the fact that, you know, they are very like disenfranchised other people as well, you know.
Right.
So that's why I didn't want to be preachy, you know.
Right. We need to build empathy for each other. And if we can do that, you know, we can connect a lot of things that aren't connected at the moment.
And we can't just do the whole go, oh, that's mine, and then you run off to your side of the playground, and then the, you know, the other guys to the other side, the playground, and then it's just, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy everywhere you look, anywhere in the world, bro. Trust. The only place that looks blessed at the minute is Thailand.
Really?
That's where my brethren's all moving to, yeah.
Crazy.
And
That's
their
awesome.
Cali weed is sick as well, apparently.
Wow.
Well, it's not Cali weed, but it's just as good.
Yep. The equivalent. Okay, book that Thailand trip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Already on the calendar.
I might have to try and get a gig out there, you know what I mean? They like their reggae.
They do.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do.
Yo, the Asia, yo, like Taiwan, Japan, that, yeah.
Crazy.
Where are you guys based?
Oh, Maine. We're in Maine. Yeah.
Man.
Oh, that was it, Maine.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
Yep. But I'm hoping.
You're right. I mean, those Eastern cultures, they have an appreciation for good art. Like when I visited Japan like a couple of years ago, and I was surprised at how much they appreciated American culture more than Americans appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Where was this that you went to?
Tokyo. So I mean, the vivid memory I have is they still have like records, not even records. So they have a Tower Records.
Yeah.
They still sell CDs over there.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
It's wild. So when I went in there, and they had like a R&B section, and then the R&B section they had like highlights of like good albums that people should check out. And one of like they had D'Angelo up there.
Really?
They also had the internet. I don't know if you're familiar with
it. I know about the internet.
Yeah.
So and it was just eye-opening to me because it's like, okay, well, they have a real appreciation for
tapped in
like American or Western art.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like you just got that other crew in America that don't like America, apparently. The ones that want to make it great again. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
They're the ones that don't like America, obviously, otherwise we won't want to make it great again.
Right. They because obviously.
Whereas everybody else just wants to try and like make it great by not like, it's like you don't say to your mum,
yeah,
you know, when your mum will say, do I look nice in this? No, and I can't tell you where to go. Or like there must be some, I don't know, that was a pathetic metaphor.
No, it's
like
I mean the thing that's great about America is the mixture, right? Like, and if the mixture's not there,
apparently, but apparently that's not great anymore. You know what cracks me up? You know when they get scared that there's gonna be, when you get them stories like 45% white, nearly it's nearly 50-50, it's gonna be 60-40, and I'm like,
so I talked to
I'm like, yo, lock up your daughters.
I talk to my wife. I talk to my wife about this all the time. I will tell you where that line is. Like when the Republicans lose Texas, they're gonna freak the fuck out. When it becomes
how's that gonna happen, Bob?
Because
Did you just? I'm sure you was talking about like Wizard of Oz, Michael Jackson.
No, Texas, bro. Like it's been leaning in presidential elections. It's been going bluer and bluer, and the population.
What, since Joe got there? Allow it. Is he a Democrat operative? Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan. I don't know.
It's since Joe Rogan got there, bro.
Yeah.
It's
that. But
how fun is that? As soon as Joe Rogan gets there, it goes Democrat. That'd be so ironic.
Man.
Anyway, sorry, carry on. Sorry.
But no, it's and the population's changing, right? The Latin population is growing. Austin is growing. Like these populated places that are more democratic are growing within Texas.
That's what I'm saying, bro, because they left LA, innit?
If Texas flips, Republicans they're gonna lose it. They're gonna go nuts. It's gonna be
Lord have mercy.
It's gonna be streamed.
You'll get George Bush going there and be like, well done, people there.
They'll march back down there.
He'll get Vibes Cartel out of prison, bro. It'll be like soundtracking that, and it'll be just on some, it'll just be God help us all anyway. You think you lot are in trouble over there? We've got some serious trouble, bro. We've got the we got the real deal over here. We got true fascists up in the place, bro.
Yeah.
But mind you, yeah.
I will say your fascists have historically been a lot more organized than ours. That's the difference. Ours are still kind of goons, like our fascists are the you remember like the white people Bruce Lee beat up before the big boss?
Yeah, bro.
Our Republic bad guys are like.
Yo, you know what cracks me up, bro? Like, this is the crazy shit to me. Right, you start a militia, because you want to keep it white, and you sit down in a little committee in the town hall or whatever, and you're like, yeah, we don't like these and go. No, but I'm gonna be the boss, and then we gonna have the second boss, and then we gonna have a third boss. Yeah. And how we gonna differentiate the bosses? Well, one's gonna have a green wizard hat, and we're gonna call him the green. And we start calling people wizards.
Crazy names.
Wizards.
Right.
Wizards.
Yep. It's weird.
It's super crazy. Like it's almost like it was invented, right? And there was like an in-joke put in it.
Well, you know what it's like. You know what I would compare it to.
So that the true white people, the true white supremacists knew that not them. You keep it up here quiet, like don't do the wizard thing. Do it like that.
But so give me a comparison, because I would say what it's like is kind of like, let's say you're an up and coming MC, you're 16 years old, and you name yourself like Bucky McLaser because it sounds cool to you. Now you're 30 and you're Bucky McLaser and you hate it, but you that's kind of what it's like, because those titles are hundreds of years old. You know what I mean?
Dude, right. When they
Grand Wizard of the KKK, that shit's old. Like,
when he was deciding to do the Grand Wizard, we had sophisticated people like coming up with titles that were like, my man, he's crazy, super crazy.
I'm with you. I'm with you. It's
like the kind of title I expect like in 1298.
Right.
In London or something, after King Henry II's head's just been kicked.
Right. You would think it would be part of an occult thing that Led Zeppelin ripped off or something like that. But it's not. It's a bunch of Southern white people who wanted to be with you.
I'm trying to go to that. Apparently, I'm going to go to that castle in Scotland where where Jimmy Page used to live. I know the guy that owns it.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So this is the reaction to this album, Zero Grace. How has it been different to the previous album?
It's been more. LA have rinsed, like KCRW have rinsed it, which has been wicked, and they played like nearly every track off the album. France. Or the main, like you got the BBC over here, and then the BBC 2, 6, and everything. So FIP and Nova in France have been supporting it. Good support in Germany and Australia. So I've got a booking agent now. Paul Weller rang me this week to tell me how much he loved the record and asked me if I'd go on tour with him in October, which I gladly accepted without screaming down the phone.
No shit. That's awesome. No, I appreciate you. I love this album. Hey, how did you feel about the transition from Enfant Terrible to
you know what I really enjoyed about this album, because it reminded me of we had a show a couple of months back about coffee. Remember the artist Coffee, the young Jamaican?
Yep. KOFF.
And
what the new the one that had the song Toast.
Yeah.
Maybe
KOFF.
Toast.
Right? Yeah.
Go. Yeah. The young, she's about 22.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And so what I said about it is like, and I think the point I was making at the time was like, look, I really like her and I really think she's talented, but it's too polished for me.
Yeah.
And so I bring that back to your project, because what I like about your project is like, I think in today's times, like popular music, it's too overproduced.
Yeah.
It's too polished. It's lost a lot of its soul, because like they're
the labels are putting pressure on the producers, bro.
Yeah.
Because they haven't got good songs.
Right.
So you just got a lot of crazy noises and that, and sometimes they're just not even bothering writing choruses and just doing like doing all that. But you're right, we avoid that. We just go straight onto tape and cut it live. It's not rocket science.
Yes. And you can see the distinction, the difference. Like I can hear the difference when like yes, these are well thought out ideas, but they're not overly polished so much that they've lost their soul.
Yeah, and that's like one difference that I find working with Leon. Like, if it sounds a bit crazy or a bit like kind of lo-fi or like it, you know what I mean? It's like humans, imperfect humans.
Yes.
Perfect humans are weird, bro.
I'm with you.
Exactly.
They're liars.
Right.
Exactly.
What's that Jamaican? There's a Jamaican double-minded man, Him double-minded. You have to watch him double-minded. Yeah.
If you meet a perfect human, you just met a future serial killer, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's all that is.
Yeah, man. You could, yeah. I feel the same way about reggae. But Chronix came nice with Never Give Up the Fight, produced by Inflow. Did you check that out?
Ooh, Inflow. No, I didn't hear about this.
No. So Chronix, the reggae artist Chronix with two X's. He did a song called Never Give Up the Fight. And it's produced by Inflow, he's the guy behind Salt, SAULT. Bro. And that guy produced Clear as Soul. Check that thing there and then chat to me.
I love it. I love that. Yeah, we've got some.
Yeah, it's crazy good. So, and I messaged him, and he's been, like, yeah, man. I think it's the space for everyone to do their thing. You know what I mean?
Right. That's what really we spend a lot of time getting hung up on. Right? Is this, like, as an example, if you do a sexy album, I'm cool with that. I just want you to be doing the sexy album. I don't want the label to be pushing you forward in the bikini, right? So like it's the same thing with
because you knew the label weren't pushing Marvin to do.
No, they were pushing. No, they held him away from that.
That's what Marvin. That's all he had right then.
Right. And so like that's like I just want people to be giving you where they're at, right? And and that's what we look for. And you really have done that with both of these projects and stayed, and I think actualized it the best you've ever actualized it within this run you're currently on.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. That honestly means a lot to me. And it's been it's been a long journey. But as you can see, still fresh and clean, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
So next time in the States, I don't know if I'll be in Maine, bro, but you might have to get you might have to get on the Amtrak. You know what I mean?
Shuffle down to Boston, whatever, you know.
Just hope it stays. I hope it stays on the railings and that.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
Them Amtrak scare me, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, come on.
Wow.
When I know guys aren't having holidays, yeah. I need my driver sleep nice.
That's fair. It's a fair point.
Look at my laughing. Look at
that's a t-shirt right there. So yeah. Okay. Do you have any other questions or points, or should we go to recommendation corner?
No, I guess so. I guess I'll leave it with. So, if you had to give any advice to aspiring musicians or artists, what advice would you like to part with them with?
Yo. I know you love music, and I know that it got you out of bed this morning, and I know you love your band, but do you love music more than you want the life? Do you love music more than you want fame? Does music come at a condition? Would you do music? And I'm talking to an 18-year-old. If you're 30 years old and you still haven't made it, you're gonna quit. Well, I would quit now then if I was you, bro.
Yeah.
Don't subscribe to the youth cult. Yeah?
Yep.
There's no point. Just focus on your craft, go where the love is, and you'll know whether you can live without music or not. Trust. You know. It's like whether you can live without fucking or not.
Right.
You'll get to know. You get to know who you like, what your preferences are. Do you like men, women?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's the same with music. So just ask yourself those questions and stay in the ring. You know what I mean? And learn, and failure is just a reason to win.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You have to fail. Even God failed.
Right.
He must have done. He's got some crazy ass guys down on here.
Right. He wouldn't have hit the restart button if he hadn't failed.
Oh, let me pull that one back. Yeah. I don't want to, because you know how the Americans are, bro. Like, I don't know.
That's fair.
Yeah, but yeah, like I've had the conversation recently with someone, and I can tell that the want of getting somewhere is consuming. Well, all right, you're gonna get there, but what with? You've not been doing no music, so you're just consumed on the.
Right.
I thought you loved the music. I've heard the demos of Michael Jackson doing Billie Jean. Whereas in the studio, Tito, stop it.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
that's what I'm talking about. Not being in the bar, looking good, networking.
Right. Yeah.
I like an old man, bro.
You're shooting at the target, but is the target adoration or is the target the song? Right. The creative work.
Exactly. And I won't lie to you. I've wanted to be adored.
Right.
But I want to be adored in the right context.
That's it.
I want love in the right way, man.
Oh.
You gotta love me the right way. Nah, but I've never wanted fame, but I want to be recognized, obviously.
Sure.
Right.
But the people that want fame, it doesn't end well for them. I don't know anyone where it's ended well.
Right.
And I know, I know quite a few.
Yeah, I hear you.
Not a lot of them like their music, bro.
I hear you.
Hardly any of them like their music, bro.
Yeah, and that's a hard way to live.
And they chat, it's
yeah.
crazy. I couldn't sleep when I didn't like my music.
Yeah, 100% with you. And honestly, there's some pop artists, people will come up to me and be like, do you hate, what do you think about this person? And I'm like, I've never been mad at them because I think they hate their music as much as I do.
Exactly.
And they're on that grind and it's tough.
Like, let's be real, Dave Grohl, bro. I'll put him in that category. I can't remember the last time he truly, come on, bro. Did you really fuck with that record, bro?
I'm with you.
But I tell you who does like his music, Harry Styles.
Oh shit, okay. All right.
I bet you $100, bro.
Yep, that makes sense.
Imagine you was a pop guy and now he's writing with, I know the guy that he writes with, and like he's made considering the audience he has, he's made a credible coffee table pop record that is, does, it's a well put together major label album written with good songwriters, and and he's gonna be happy as Larry with that, because he never came in here trying to be Bob Dylan, did he?
No. You said about the mission, you did it. I'm with it. So going to recommendation corner, I wanted to give love to one of the coolest, like most thoughtful people in the underground that I love, August Fanon. Wonderful producer. He just put out an album called 1+1, and it's not a beat tape per se. It's like he pulled all these interesting clips of conversations or speeches. It might be people arguing on a reality show, and then a minute and a half later, it might be Malcolm X. And it's all just in communication with the music. And it really does feel like 32 minutes of the music in his brain,
Wow.
And that's what Fanon does. Fanon is different like that. Like, and it's real dope. Being in communication with Fanon, this really does kind of give you that into the brain feel. 1+1. It's on Bandcamp. It's real dope.
Check that.
Okay.
It's real dope. The other people, I don't know if I've shouted this out before, Kay. Maybe I don't get a chance to tell you. This fucking album, nasty rap album called The Golden Age of Self-Snitching by Revival Season. It's crazy. I swear, I listened to it and I heard the production. I was like, this must be from the UK. Both of these guys are from Georgia. Like, just making this crazy giant sized hip hop with all the electronic feel to it. It's in your face and it's badass. It's really cool. So everybody should check
What is it? The Golden Age of Self-Snitching.
Yep.
Yeah,
By Revival Season. Yep.
I found it. Yeah, thank you.
Fucking dope.
What was that first dude he said?
Oh, August Fanon. Yep.
Spell his second name.
Fanon.
Okay,
Yep.
brilliant. Yeah,
he's produced for other people. He does a lot of stuff, but his own kind of beat tapes are real dope too. So yeah,
dude, I've got so many deep dives. Like, I'm so, when you run out of deep dives, bro. I ran out of deep dives ages ago. I've got so many deep dives to do on YouTube at the minute. I've got the JK one.
Yep.
I've got the August Fanon one.
Yep.
I've got a couple. I've got a Haile Selassie one as well. I'm doing at the minute as well. I'm trying to connect the global politics to the Rastafarian movement.
Yep. BK, do you have any recommendations?
No, not none this week. I'm interested to hear Bailey's.
Yeah,
Liam's.
definitely. Liam, what are you listening to?
Surprise Chef, Spiky Boys. They just had their shit jumped on by Ghostface Killer. It's crazy.
What's the name of the band?
Surprise Chef. Surprise Chef. They're from Melbourne.
Yep.
And
Okay.
they got a song called Spiky Boys, which is SKI.
Oh wait,
Why?
SPIKYBOI.
Yeah, that's it. And then they got a version with Ghostface on, with all the rappers on. Yeah, you see it there.
Also Big Crown Records, right?
Exactly.
They
Whereas
did.
I know about them before they signed to Big Crown, no, because they were on the, and then I've got it all lined up here because I just done my playlist. Wait there. Where's my playlist gone, bro? What going with that?
Yeah, I think that Spiky Boy song is off their Friendship EP.
Yeah.
You can check it. You can find it on Bandcamp.
And then there's a song by oh my days, where's it gone, bro?
Surprise Chef is a great name.
Here we go. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it's a great name because I get it. It's like, oh, it's a surprise chef him. You know what I mean? You know, when you surprise your family, like I can imagine it'd be Australian thing to say. But another band is Las Los. And the song's called New York City.
You said, is it Last Loss?
LAS, Las Los, LOS.
Oh wow.
Two separate words, yeah. And then a song by, I know this is a bit nepotistic.
Yep.
This is all a bit nepotistic, but I might pick one more just to, make it not so.
Yeah.
But this is Too Young by Brain Story.
So Brain Story, all one word.
Yeah, Too Young.
Okay.
And then Troublemaker, Wailing Souls.
So the Brain Story cover is dope, by the way. What a crazy cover.
Yeah, and then another song that I love is Sandy by Richie Havens, but that's probably too early.
Richie Havens.
Yeah.
I grew up on Richie Havens.
Yeah, that song Sandy is incredible.
Yeah.
But we could be here all day because I could then start listing off Labby Safri.
But that was the wild shit. So my parents are from the Bay Area, right? California. Mm-hmm. So when they talked about 60s music, they talked about like Taj Mahal and they talked about Richie Havens, and like they were talking about this other shit. You know what I mean? They weren't talking about the big names, like they were, yeah.
Taj Mahal, he had an album called, I think it's called Leaving Chunk. He had a song called Leaving. Do you know it? Going home to take my leaving Chunk. I love Taj Mahal. He did a great album with Toonami Debatey in Africa as well, called Honey Bee.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it was Toonami Debatey, but it was with an African artist nonetheless.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, that's a good set of recommendations. Okay.
And then other than that, I'd recommend listening to my album back to back over and over again, side to side, upside down. You know what I mean?
Do it. Pay the money, it's worth it.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me, guys.
No problem. This was fantastic. Also, so to be clear, I don't really have any industry connections of any sort. We're just kind of people who do this. And we love Big Crown Records. We loved Lady Ray's album. We love all that stuff, right? So if you have anybody you know of at Big Crown to keep in contact with us, you know, pass our information on. We are here for the music, for soul, R&B, reggae, hip hop, for all that shit. Like,
Okay, yeah, man.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's been a pleasure meeting you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you, and you have a great night.
Big up in a bit.
Absolutely.
Peace.
Bless.
Peace.
What will tomorrow bring? What will tomorrow